Here's me at 16, full of effort, zero direction, trained hard, just not smart. 8 years of training, I've learned a lot, I've messed up a lot, but most importantly, I've improved a lot. I know exactly what I would do if I had to restart again. So in this video, I'm going to break down the chest exercises that I would do again and focus on if I had to start all over again.
So I've been training for about 8 years, started when I was 16. I've learned a lot through the years of training. I've made a lot of mistakes, I've learned a lot. This series here is what I would do again if I had to start again. What would I do? I think I overcomplicated it a lot. I was doing a lot of research, there was a lot of information online. So when I see young kids in the gym, I understand where they have a million questions with no answers, more confused. So I just want to make it as simple as possible, because once I caught my stride, I realized I didn't need to overcomplicate it. I needed to stick with the basics and stick to what worked. Stay in my own lane as well. So today we got chest. These are the 3 movements I would have done and worked on if I had to start this all over again. So first we're going to start with the incline dumbbell chest press. This is a very good movement just to build a foundational chest, build the upper fibers. Not only does it target the chest, but it builds the upper clavicle muscles here. So if you're looking for that fuller look, incline dumbbell press is a good exercise to do. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. Make sure to like and subscribe. For the first 2, we're going to try and get as close to failure as possible. So we want to get to a higher rep range, anywhere between 10 to 12 reps. Again, this is just a warm-up. We want to make sure the joints are nice and loose. Don't skip out on your warm-up. That's something I used to do when I was younger. I could have got away with it, young, strong. But if you're trying to have longevity and really take training serious and enjoy the process, you want to make sure you're warming up.
A good tip I like to tell my clients is keep the dumbbell in line with the upper arm. This is to avoid any confusion when pressing or bringing the weight down. The position of the dumbbell can often dictate what happens to the arm part.
What you want to focus on whilst doing your incline press, you want to focus on stability. A lot of the times, pressing movement, you're not really isolating the pec because there's a lot of instability going on. There's a lot of this going on. To make sure you're stable, you want to make sure your feet shoulder width apart, feet flat on the floor, shoulder blades back and down, chest nice and tall. Because as the set gets heavier, you want to be able to give some leverage and push into the bench. Okay? What happens a lot of the times is we get flustered and get very panicky. So to chase the reps, we don't control the weight. We're here, the weight's just dropping, then we're pushing. Weight's just dropping, then we're pushing. To really get the pec to work and actually contract and grow, you need to control the weight. So when you're in that top position, I want to see 3, 2, 1. Kill the momentum, then press. Yeah, what happens a lot of times is then we're throwing it up. Yeah, but it's very important you control and maintain the stability, all right?
When training, you want to make sure each rep is consistent. The start position and the end position should be the same for each and every rep.
So the next movement I'm gonna go for is a chest press, a seated chest press. The reason I'm going for this is because it just gives me an opportunity not to think too much. I can maximize load and practice the skills from the chest press, the skills from the dumbbell chest press on this. But it's very safe, so I can get to failure more. The principles are going to be the same. Shoulder blades back and down. You want to make sure you're set up as best as possible, as stable as possible. Machine. So you can see this machine here. It goes at an angle. It goes up at an angle. Yeah. You want to mimic this as much as possible. So for me, this is a little bit too. I'm sitting a bit too high. The intention of the movement is to drive the arm across the chest.
Similar to the dumbbell chest press, I want my arms around 45 degrees.
If someone could ask me what is the biggest advice I would give to myself training again, or starting again with training, I would say make mistakes, and once you find what you like and what works, just stick with it. Don't overcomplicate it, run with it, and just milk it as much as you can. Right now my split is chest and back, arms and shoulders, legs, rest on Thursdays, chest and back on Friday, and then Saturday we go arms and shoulders again. See, I've tried push-pull legs, upper, lower, bro split, and it just didn't work for me. But I speak to other people, other trainers, other clients, and they tell me what they like. Some like upper, some like lower. But you just gotta find what works with you, for you, and just run with it. I'll chase the 10 to 12 rep range and get to closest failure as possible. Again, I used to see online, you want to be 6 to 8. You want to do 5 sets of 5. I would just stick to training to failure. Training to failure is what stimulates muscle growth. And to keep it simple, I would just go 10 to 12 reps. Strength is going to come. When you've got a decent physique, decent foundation, and you're confident in what you want to do, then we can add some more stuff to the mix. Start playing with lower rep ranges, start training for strength. But if your sole goal is to build hypertrophy, you want to be chasing the higher rep ranges. Strength will come, and once you've got a decent foundation, then we can start focusing on building strength.
Like I said, with movements like this, don't be scared to go to failure. Partial reps, drop sets, different intensity techniques, because you're going to be in a safe position.
Last movement I'll do for my chest, if I had to do this all again, it would be a fly variation. It doesn't matter what kind of fly variation. Right now I'm going cables. On this I'm going to aim for a higher rep range, 15 to 20 reps. The difference here, rather than pressing, we're going to get that nice stretch. It's a very good one for a good stretch. We're going to be out here and driving this up and across the chest, all right? Rather than pressing. The setup is the same as any other press.
If you really want to make this fly challenging, you want to hold the stretched position for half a second longer than you normally would. crazy to look back where I started, even crazy to see how far I've come. Not because I did everything right, but I didn't stop. I made mistakes, I learned from my mistakes, and the big thing is I stayed consistent. I hope this inspires you to keep going and keep making progress.